Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Get that out there. Hope you have a really great weekend coming up. We've got a bit of a sunny day and some really warm tropical breezes flowing through here in Nova Scotia. But I thought I would jump on and show you this lovely deck, but it has had a bit of a mishap. So I'm just going to also mention that I'm working with Libra energy today on a Friday with the influence of Venus. And I did have in my bag this beautiful amethyst ball. Hard to pick up all of it today, but it is pretty glorious. So we'll put that there. And I'm going to tap into some of the energy of Libra herbs that I put together, and it's influenced by the Justice card, and I believe it's the Empress. Check my other little tag here. Yep, those two. So I'm just going to scatter a little bit and tip over some, of course, of the energy for that. Put that out, get that going. There you can see that. And I did use some of these drops in my Friday candle. And you can see that I used 3 fennel and 3 carrot. And it should bring clarity and the ability to release anything that I wish and move forward. So that's pretty good. So yes, I'm calling on the energy of the planet Venus and Libra today. Now, as far as the manga meltdown, well, I took this little kit off the shelf because I wanted to play with it, and it is not in good shape anymore. The whole thing, all the glue of this lovely little box let go. Now, the idea was, I'll zoom out a second, that you have the little lift for the book inside, but look, the whole cover came off. And it was such a cute thing because the side panel opened up and, you got the cards underneath, but it was always tricky to figure it out. And anyway, it's in a hot little mess here. So I'll show you. This is the little booklet that goes with it. And Selena Lin is the illustrator. And it says in the front, get to that another woman, Gilly Smith, I think helped with the writing that goes in the book. And I did find, even though it's geared towards teens and tweens, I found it quite refreshing, the information that they gave with each of the cards. And you get a good amount. You can see you get enough for upright, enough for reversed, and you get a little bit of a paragraph about what you're looking at when you pull, for instance, the Temperance card. And it does have the Celtic cross spread there. And I'm not sure if they gave us another one. Yep, they do. This is the 2 choices layout. And then it jumps into everything else. So, again, I've been in the garden. I've been painting the birdhouses because hubby just keeps leaving birdhouses around on my chairs, on my desk, everywhere. So I finally gave in. So yeah, the book sat there. So that's all fallen apart. And inside here was where the cards sat. Now, it wasn't ideal because it did have a little finger hole to pull them up with, but you end up going like that, and with the book attached, wasn't really working. And you can see I spent $8.99 on this little baby. It was on sale one day. So I'm a little disappointed, and hubby says he'll glue it back together for me since I did paint some birdhouses for him. So let's just make sure that I get everything in view for you because I want to show you the cards. Hang tight. All right, now before I start flipping through these gorgeous little cards, I'm just going to say I did some research online, and it mentions on the back of this, yeah, again, all falling apart, but we're not going to let that upset us. It says that Selena's art, it's trying to approach the design, the cards and everything from the Shojo. Now, I looked that up online, as I say, and that is talking about a girl. Shojo is referring to a girl in Japanese culture, and the Shojo, and there's another way of spelling it, there's two versions, but it basically talks about the teens, as I say, the tweens, and it's meant to refer to that young girl who's trying to experience some magical energy, and it's centering on those that tend to want to manifest that energy. And I thought that was great. And I also looked up, because I was trying to put things on the table, my little guy here, and I did find out that it is Japanese as well. And if the left paw is up, it's for attracting customers and wealth. And if it's the right side, generally good luck and good fortune. But I wanted to bring this today with the intentions of bringing some new subscribers to the channel. So we'll put him over there next to my magical wand. And he now has a duty. And let's get going on looking at the cards. So there you see, and I really like in this deck how these stand out, the number that we're working on up there. And they do have the Japanese symbols down there as well as the English wording. And they are a bit longer, but you know, I kind of like them. You're not stretching your hand so much. And it sits quite nicely in there. And as a spread, you're going to be able to get a few more on the table. It does have that annoying little copyright information top and bottom, but they are reversible. So that's pretty nice. We'll put that back there. And let's just enjoy viewing these precious little cards. And I will say, when we get to the minors, they are pretty, but they are pippish. So here's our Fool. And the tiny little dog is over here. But it's all there for us. I kind of like this area here better than in some Fool cards. And she's definitely off on a journey. All right, there's the Magician. Lots of girl power, as I say, going on here. The High Priestess. The Empress. The Emperor. I do love that Emperor. The Hierophant. Our Lovers. Took me a while to see because his hair here is blending in so much with the clouds, but this is interesting that we're getting a little version of the angel and the hand towards them. The Chariot. So we still have the two horses, just that one's tucked over here on the side. There is quite the determination. Strength. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The colors are very vibrant. And I'm starting to understand that that means something to me. I look for vibrancy. There's an awful lot of rose flowers throughout the deck too. Isn't that a wonderful death card? Temperance. The Devil. Great Tower. And I guess, yeah, there's our little people there. The Star. I think it's easier in this deck too because it's numbers versus numerology. The Moon. The Sun. It's a bugle, but it's smaller than what we're used to seeing. And I like this little cutout here with the mountain showing through. You don't see the people. And there is the world. The world of Shojo. Now this is where we get into the pentacles and the pips, but the aces throughout this deck are really quite wonderful. And I like how they put the word for the 5 and the numeral for the 5. So there's no mistaking, and you don't have to sit there and count each of the elemental objects. There is our page, playing with the energy of the pentacle. Our knight. The queen. And the king. So you can see that the court cards are very young. Get back there, you. There's our ace. I think that's a beautiful 5. So if you like pip decks, this is very pretty. And even though it's geared towards a younger generation, still wonderful to work with. Our page. It's neat that the ace, or that sword, like the ace, is floating above her hand there. And there's our Ace of Wands. I'm not sure why there's that little ball of wood at the top of the wands, but there is. almost like a staff that you can lean on, I guess. Lean on the energy of the wands. There's our page. Gorgeous queen. And the king. So now we're down to the cups. And I find it interesting that it's not a perfect cup. The illustration shows it, uneven and everything. And, our emotions are never even. So it seems imperfect. Really pretty 6. Getting down there. There's our 10. And they don't look crammed in there, which is nice. So our page of cups, we still have the water flowing over the edge of it. But this page is totally immersed in the water. The knight. Really dreamy. Our queen. And our king. The king looks a little sad compared to her. So there you go. I think we'll attempt to put the box back together just because it is a cute little set. And if not, I'll just have to find a bag that suits it. So everyone, please have a wonderful, happy weekend. And we'll catch you back here as soon as we can.